They don't want you to know the truth about the Epstein files, but I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening. The names, the money, the cover-ups, it's all about to come out, and Washington is panicking. Stay with me because this changes everything.
Words, a powerful vision that all Americans are subject to the law. There's no special get-out-of-jail-free card under that vision for the powerful. But all too often, the combination of reams of well-paid lawyers and a whole lot of friends ready to help you, the powerful commit crimes and get away from it. We should aspire to the vision that is there above the Supreme Court, that vision of equal justice under law, that no politician, no celebrity, no mega millionaire or billionaire can buy their way out of justice when they commit crimes, and particularly not crimes that involve life-altering damage, crimes in which people are killed, crimes in which people are mutilated, crimes in which people are raped. No matter how powerful someone is, they need to be prosecuted when they commit these crimes. And the American people have a right to know what information the government is suppressing to protect these individuals. So this brings us to the conversation of the Epstein files. There's only one right answer: complete and total disclosure. That's the only pathway to justice. We have a lot of suspicions across this country about what is contained in those files hidden in the Department of Justice, those files that are hidden in the Department of the Treasury. My colleague, Senator Wyden, on the Finance Committee, has been working on this for years. I heard an objection from across the aisle. Why are you interested now? Well, Senator Wyden has been leading this search to understand what went on. There's $1 billion of money that was transferred. Thousands of transfers that were ignored by key banks that would have painted a portrait of criminal empire in motion. And yet somehow, none of those transfers triggered the attention that they merited. So here's what we know. We know that Epstein ran a massive network of sex trafficking of young girls to powerful men. Now, we don't know the who's are in terms of those powerful men, and there may be many names in the files, the Epstein files, that involve people who had nothing to do with those crimes. They may simply be friends in a network. They may have been business associates in some other legitimate way. But some of them may well be these powerful men who raped young girls. So those folks who were not part of that shouldn't be objecting to the release of the files, because the files will simply show that they had nothing to do with those crimes against young women. But the folks who were the perpetrators, whose names might be in that file, right now I can guarantee you, they're working the system of every high friend across this country, every mega millionaire and billionaire who participated in these violent acts on the innocent young, and they're trying to make sure this information never comes out. And so far, they have succeeded. And that is wrong. Several of my colleagues are preparing to speak to this, and Senator Durbin I'm looking to see that he's here, yes he is going to speak to it next. My colleague from across the aisle is here to respond to a request to hear and vote on a bill that will tell the Department of Justice, you must release these files. Transparency must happen. Now, why did I write this bill? I wrote this bill because the Attorney General said, we don't have legal permission to release the information. So let's give her the legal permission to release this information. In fact, let's pass a law right now, today, here in the Senate that says you not only have permission to release the Epstein files, but we are passing a law saying you must release the Epstein files with the names of the victims redacted to protect them. So, as if in legislative session, and notwithstanding Rule 22, I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on Judiciary be discharged and the Senate proceed to immediate consideration of Senate Bill 2557. Further, the bill be considered read a third time and passed, and the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Welcome back to Jace Manhwa. Before we start, like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the truth the elites want hidden. Today, the Senate debated the release of the Epstein files. This isn't just about Epstein, it's about whether our government believes in equal justice under the law. Those files could expose the powerful, and that's exactly why they're being kept secret. One senator introduced a bill to force the Department of Justice to release the files, with victims' names protected. But instead of passing it, both parties started blaming each other. Republicans claimed Democrats blocked a solution, but that so-called solution wouldn't have released anything. It's all political theater. The reality is simple: if you're innocent, you shouldn't fear the truth. The only people terrified of these files are the ones with something to hide. The American people deserve transparency, and we need to demand it. If you agree, share this video, subscribe to Jace Manhwa, and let's keep fighting until these files are released.